You don't have an information problem anymore. You have a cognition problem. Every article you save, every video you bookmark, every note you write, slowly becomes another unfinished obligation inside your mind. Most people think productivity is about storing more information, but in 2026, intelligence belongs to people who build systems that think with them. For years, we were taught the same idea: learn more, remember more, organize more. So people built giant second brains filled with folders, tags, databases, and highlights. But something strange happened. The more information we collected, the less clarity we had. Because knowledge is not the same as usable intelligence. Most digital archives are silent graveyards. You save ideas, then never return to them again. And every time you search through your own system, your brain pays a cognitive tax. Cognitive tax is invisible. You feel it every day. Decision fatigue, mental friction, the exhaustion of constantly switching context. Your brain was never designed to manually retrieve thousands of fragmented ideas from digital storage. Yet that's exactly how most people work. They become librarians of information instead of operators of intelligence. And the more complex the world becomes, the more dangerous this inefficiency gets. The biggest lie of productivity culture is hierarchy. Folders feel organized, but reality is not hierarchical. Ideas don't live in categories. The most valuable insights emerge between disciplines. Psychology connects to business. Physics connects to philosophy. Art connects to technology. But folders isolate knowledge into dead compartments. They destroy unexpected collisions, and innovation is usually born from collisions. The future is not storing information. The future is semantic resonance. Instead of manually organizing knowledge, AI systems now understand relationships between ideas, not keywords. Meaning. A modern knowledge system doesn't ask, which folder should this go into? It asks, what does this concept resemble? That changes everything. This is why vector databases matter. Tools like Obsidian, MEM, and modern AI retrieval systems can map conceptual similarity. An old note about behavioral psychology suddenly reconnects with a startup idea you wrote 6 months later. A random highlight from a book becomes relevant during a business decision. The system begins to surface insights you would never consciously remember yourself. At that point, your archive stops being storage. It becomes cognition. The real goal is not productivity, it's augmentation. You are building a silent partner, an external cognitive layer that thinks alongside you. Not artificial intelligence replacing humans, but intelligence amplification. The highest leverage individuals of this decade will not necessarily have the highest IQ. They will have the strongest systems. A powerful system only needs 3 layers. First, frictionless capture. Every useful idea must enter the system instantly. Second, semantic retrieval. The system must understand relationships between concepts. Third, automatic distillation. Raw information becomes compressed insight. Not more noise, more clarity. This is the difference between information hoarding and cognitive infrastructure. Most people will never build this because they are addicted to consumption. They mistake input for progress. They collect information the same way previous generations collected objects. But the internet no longer rewards people who know more. It rewards people who synthesize faster. And synthesis requires systems. In the next few years, a new cognitive divide will appear. Not between rich and poor, but between augmented and unaugmented minds. One group will manually manage complexity. The other will operate through intelligent systems. One will drown in information. The other will compound insight. So maybe the question is no longer, How do I learn more? Maybe the real question is, how do I build a system that evolves with me? Because in an age of infinite information, clarity becomes the ultimate advantage. Build systems, not archives.